What's up? Welcome back to another video today. We're gonna be talking more video games today. I got a pretty interesting topic to discuss. However, first, I don't know if you can notice a difference in how the audio sounds. I'm just using the regular microphone on my iPhone right now. For some reason, my external mic is giving me issues anytime there's any bit of wind now. It wasn't doing this before, but now I just can't use it. It basically makes the audio unusable. And it only happens when I walk in the direction I'm walking right now. I guess it's because the way the wind's coming. But whenever I walk the other direction, it works fine. So I don't know what the fuck's up with it all of a sudden. I'm gonna contact the support for the people I bought it from, and maybe they'll replace it and it'll stop happening. Maybe I just need a new cable. I don't fucking know. But it works fine when there's no movement, and it works fine in certain directions. So hopefully this audio is still just fine and you all can enjoy the video. So anyways, let's get back to what this is actually about. So I kind of went on a little purchasing spree on the PlayStation Store yesterday. I knew there was a lot of games coming out I wanted, and I saw some games that I had been wanting to play that were on sale that I was like finally able to get for a good price. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna buy this and this so I can play it now, and then I'm gonna pre-order all these other games. And you see the title of the video, I'm asking, is pre-ordering ruining gaming? I personally don't think so, but there are some people that definitely do. I'll talk about all the games individually, but one specific game that I pre-ordered yesterday was Saints Row. I was commenting on a preview gameplay from ACG. He had just uploaded a video right after I pre-ordered it, and I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna comment right before I watched the video because I know it would be a good video. The game looks awesome. Well, after I left that comment, a bunch of people started commenting back telling me I was a piece of shit for pre-ordering games. And I'm just like, y'all are fucking crazy. I mean, they were going off. They were really bad. And, you know, it could have just been trolls, but I'm pretty sure it was real people that are like just mentally unstable.
Bro, people are such fucking idiots. I left one of the first comments on this video because it got posted this morning. I was watching it. This guy was playing Saints Row. And, of course, people start fucking going to ham, trying to say shit about, don't pre-order, you're ruining gaming. I'm just like, God, if $60 is really that big of a deal to you all, you should not be buying games, period. You should just be fucking playing free to play, or don't game at all if you're broke, basically.
And it made me realize, okay, yeah, pre-order may not be the best thing ever. However, there's some games that you know you're gonna want to play as soon as they come out. No matter if they're gonna suck or not, they're gonna be at least decent these days. There's not really a ton of terrible games. Sure, buying 2 copies of Cyberpunk 2077 turns out to be a terrible investment, but even that doesn't make me that mad. I mean, it's my fault for believing in the game that much before it actually came out. They really hyped that one up. But yeah, there's gonna be some games though that when they come out, you know for sure you're not buying them when they come out, no matter how good they are and how much you might enjoy them. Because for some reason, in your mind, they're just not worth a full price. And that's what the first game on this list is. I just purchased Grid Legends. And I had been wanting to play that game since it came out this past February. However, Gran Turismo 7 was coming out right after it. And I just finished playing Dirt 5, which is also made by Codemasters, the people who made Grid Legends. And I loved Dirt 5. So I wanted to play Grid Legends, but I'm like, I'm not paying full $60 price for that because there's another racing game coming out that I'm paying $70 for. You know, I just can't get 2 racing games at once. But I want to play Grid Legends whenever it drops in price, and it just hasn't gone on sale for some reason until now. It's on sale in the PlayStation Store right now for, I paid $28, which is not bad. It's less than half off the normal price, and I was okay with paying that. I'm like, all right, finally I can try this out. And so far, I love the game. It is amazing. It is not quite as mind-blowing as playing Dirt 5 was, and I'll tell you a couple reasons why, but it's an amazing game. It has a 120 frames per second option on console, next-gen consoles, so I mean, like, it's just so smooth when you're playing it. It looks amazing, and it's just really fun to play. But some things I don't like about it is it's just not quite as good as Dirt 5, straight up. Dirt 5 was a launch PS5 game. Grid Legends came out a couple years after launch of these next-gen consoles, and for some reason they took a step back. It's more story focused, believe it or not, and there's not quite as much haptic feedback in the DualSense controller. There's not any adaptive triggers, and it's just it's just a slightly less enjoyable experience. And the colors aren't as bright. It's more of like a dark, gritty Arkham City feel, if that makes any sense. It's just dark. The music's kind of like superhero like. I don't know, I like it. It's a lot of fucking fun. But Dirt 5 was more my game. And they both have like fireworks and stuff at the end of the race, so they both look great. You can tell they're similar. I don't know, something about Dirt is just better. Now, I haven't done the drifting yet in Grid Legends. There's drift competitions, but I'm playing through the story and I haven't put any of that in there. And then once I get through the career mode, that's when all the other event types will come. But there's a ton to Grid Legends, and I think it was really worth the $28 that I paid. And yeah, that's one that I waited and I didn't pre-order. But now that I'm getting it, you know, there's no issues with the game. There probably wasn't at launch either. It probably would have been fine if I pre-ordered. I would have played it earlier, but paying half price is a good feeling. All right, the next game that I'm talking about is definitely a unique game. Let's just say that. It is a little indie game that's based on Indian culture and Hindu mythology. That's the best way to put it. I've never played a game like that. Now, I've been to a lot of Indian restaurants. They're always colorful and look so cool. They have stuff on the wall that I'm just like interested in, but know nothing about. I've been to the Palace of Gold here in my state, and it's a beautiful Hindu like worship center, amazing grounds, really cool, but I know nothing about their culture. So this game is the first game I've really ever seen that is about Indian culture, and it is definitely something that will teach you a lot about it. It's like the best way I can put it is like, it's kind of like Prince of Persia. You are this not little girl, but you are a girl that, you know, gets these special powers and a weapon or whatever, and she's usually in the circus, but she's got to fight demons now. And it's not like super dark or anything like that. It's definitely colorful, bright, positive, but you know, you're saving your brother or whatever. And they just came out with the enhanced edition, which is still on PS4 like the original version. It's just got a lot of bug fixes and a lot of updates, and now has ray tracing somehow on PS4. I don't even know that was possible, but that's what they claim. And it runs way better. And I saw it on sale for under $10. It was $9. And I was like, oh shit, I just saw that this game even existed for the first time today, and it's on sale, and they just updated it. Now there's not a PS5 version, so it's a little bummer, but I'm like, all right, I'm interested in this. I'm curious. I'm gonna support these indie people, because I played a lot of indie games here lately that were just fun, and I bought it. Now, I played it yesterday for about an hour. I gotta say, it definitely looks cool, and I like the setting and all that. The movement's pretty cool, but the combat, there's something off about it I don't really love. It's actually pretty hard, but it's also repetitive and just, I don't love it. So I had this feeling in my mind that it was gonna be really fun. It's not, but it's still a cool game. And you know, it may have been a waste of money in some people's mind. It's not like I pre-ordered this one or bought it without really thinking about it. I mean, I watched some reviews before I bought it, at least, and it seemed like a good game. There was not any reviews of this new enhanced edition yet, because nobody's really playing it. And you know, I took a chance. Wasn't as good as I was expecting, but it's still cool. And anyone from India who wants to play a game that's about their culture, or anyone who wants to learn about India, I think that Raji is a great game. It's called Raji, an Ancient Epic Enhanced Edition. Currently on sale on the PlayStation Store. Check it out, under $10. I guess I'm recommending it. Now, we're getting on to the games that I pre-ordered. Now, these are games that are coming out this fall that I know that I'm going to play. And there's the ones that I know I'm going to want to play when they first come out. So why not buy them early? You get a couple of perks like beta access or in-game items. So why not do it? I've got the money. Why not do it? I got on BitRefill, bought a bunch of PlayStation Store gift cards, and I got 3 games pre-ordered. That means me and my brother both get access to these games because we game share. So it's a good investment to me. We're both going to play the shit out of these. First one I pre-ordered, again, I mentioned this earlier, was Saints Row. Now it's called just Saints Row. It's a reboot. However, there's been like four and a half other Saints Row games if you call Gat Out of Hell as an individual game. But the first Saints Row, I was there for that. I can remember it very vividly. I was so excited for it because it was like Grand Theft Auto but different. And when I was a kid, it was not easy to be buying every new game, so I had to be very selective about what I was getting. And when Saints Row came out, it was still back in the time where Game Informer magazines were a thing. And I remember getting a Game Informer magazine that came with the demo disc for Saints Row, and that was the only way to play the demos if you got that disc. And a lot of people didn't have access. I played the shit out of that demo. You were confined to this one area of Stillwater, and I was still just playing it for hours and hours because it was that much fun. I just was having a blast with it. And when the real game actually came out, the full game, oh my God, it was so much fun. And then Saints Row 2 was awesome. And then Saints Row the Third, Saints Row 4 Reelected. There's all sorts of great Saints Row games, but there hasn't been a brand new one come out in a while. There's been a lot of remastered ones, but I want something brand new. And this new Saints Row reboot looks so damn good. Looks like exactly what I'm wanting. It looks different than Grand Theft Auto, and just more fun, more zany, more wild, quirky, and explosive, and colorful. And I just can't wait for it. And I really hope that they do some multiplayer in this, because it'll just blow up, I think, if they do it right. So I pre-ordered it. It was only $60. And that's the one where you saw earlier where someone commented and was freaking out on me over that. I'm just like, dude, shut the fuck up. I'm doing what I want. $60 is not that much money. I mean, I know it is to a lot of people, but luckily it is not to me. So yeah, you can fuck off, man. So I don't think that pre-ordering is ruining gaming, but some people do. Let me know if you're one of the people that think that it is, and you might have a reason for that. I'm willing to discuss it. Leave a comment. But I pre-ordered Saints Row. Now the second game that I pre-ordered is a game that I've pre-ordered every year pretty much for the past 20 years. There might have been a year or two where I bought it post-launch. I think Infinite Warfare, you might know that name. I bought that one post-launch, and it turned out to be one of my favorite Call of Duty games. So I kind of should have pre-ordered that one probably. I think that's the only Call of Duty I never pre-ordered. But I just pre-ordered Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. And this is not Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 remake or anything like that. It's a brand new Modern Warfare 2. And it's the sequel to the, I think, 2019's Modern Warfare, when Warzone was first introduced. And they're going to have a new Warzone. I don't know, I guess they're calling it Warzone 2. And there's a bunch of new shit getting added. So I am a little early on the pre-order. But I'm getting beta access, early access to the game. And, you know, I'm supporting Call of Duty to the end. It's one of my favorite games of all time. But I know there's a lot of people pissed at me for pre-ordering that one. I have a feeling I'm not the only person that's pre-ordering Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. I know I'm not. There's so many people who hyped about that game. And I know they come out with one every single year. I don't know how they do it, honestly, all these different studios they have involved. But it always ends up being fun, at least for 50 hours for me. I get my money's worth every single time. Now, I hate how they've changed how you unlock weapons and stuff. And, like, you know, you gotta pay money for the cool shit, basically. But I've just learned to ignore cosmetic stuff. And sometimes I'll get some free stuff here and there that I get to enjoy. But mostly the gameplay itself is really all I'm looking for. And I have a feeling this one's going to be really dope. So I pre-ordered it. Again, for me and my brother. We both get to play this shit. So these are $70 games now. But when you cut that in half, it's not that bad. I know he's not paying half. I don't expect him to. But this way I look at it still. Just a couple people are getting to take advantage of it. So it's so much easier to get your $70 value. Now the last game that I pre-ordered. This is one that I, 5 years ago, would have never thought I'd be pre-ordering, because I thought I didn't like these games. But when I played the newest God of War, I was in love with it. I played the shit out of it, so much so that I got the Platinum Trophy. I defeated the hardest boss. The Valkyries are insanely difficult. This game was so sick. God, I can't believe I waited till 2020 to play it. And, you know, fucking loved it. One of my favorite games ever, probably. Story, gameplay, everything, exploration, everything's just so damn fun. The graphics are beautiful. Well, we got God of War Ragnarök coming, the sequel to that game, and I had to play this one. I'm playing it at launch because when I played God of War, I never even paid for it. I ended up getting that shit for free eventually with the PlayStation Plus collection when I got my PS5. And sure, it's a PS4 version of the game, but it plays great. But I knew that God of War Ragnarök was going to be way better. Everything's going to be tweaked to be slightly more next gen. They're going to include DualSense support big time. I know they are going to be one of their biggest games of the year. It's a PlayStation exclusive. Everything was lining up. However, it's $70. That's kind of crazy for a single player game especially. But I know it'll be worth it. I know it's going to be a high quality game. So I went ahead and pre-ordered it, and I cannot wait until November to play it. It's going to be a dope game. if you played the first God of War, well, not the first, but if you played the most recent God of War or any of the God of Wars, you know, those older God of Wars are a little different. That's why I didn't like them, different gameplay style, but this new gameplay style they have, it's absolutely amazing. So I'm definitely gonna be talking about that once it comes out and playing the shit out of it, looking to complete that game, 100% it, and see how that goes in November. So we've got a lot of games coming up this fall. I've already got access to a couple that are super dope. We got some other ones coming that are gonna be amazing, I know it. All right, so Saints Row is coming out August 23rd. That's very soon, about a month away. And you look out for that. Maybe don't pre-order it if you're not into pre-ordering, but be on the lookout for it because this is gonna be a great game, I know. And I can't wait to play it. Then Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 is coming out October 28th. And that's a few months away still, but perfect time to come out as always. Fall, winter, it's the best time to get a Call of Duty game because you stop being outside quite as much, at least here where I live, because it gets cold. And you're wanting to game more than usual. And Call of Duty is a perfect game to binge. So August for Saints Row, October for Call of Duty. And lastly, we've got God of War Ragnarok coming out November 9th. So that's a few weeks after Call of Duty. By the time I need a break from Call of Duty, it'll be a perfect time to start God of War, and then cycle through the two. Hell, I might even still be into Saints Row by then. We don't know how long these games are gonna last. They seem like good investments to me. I'm gonna enjoy all three, I know it. And believe it or not, Saints Row has co-op, so I can play that with my brother. Drop in, drop out. All your mission progress is linked, so you don't have to worry about, oh, I played my game session, I don't get any progress in the game. You know, the game remembers any mission you beat, no matter what order it's in. You don't have to replay it if you don't want to. So that's awesome. And then Call of Duty, of course, has multiplayer. A lot of that. That's the only thing I really care about is the multiplayer. The single player is cool. I usually play it, but the multiplayer is where it's at. So those two games I'm going to be playing with my brother a lot. And then God of War, this is something I'm going to enjoy by myself. And I cannot wait for. So if you're hyped for any of these games, let me know. Leave a comment below. If you are lucky enough to have a PS5, come on. You got to get God of War. And anyone basically can get Call of Duty. So try that one out. And Saints Row, I think, is one of those games that a lot of people will sleep on, but it will become popular and be successful. So that's going to be the end of the video today. If you enjoyed the gameplay that you saw on the screen, if you enjoyed what I had to say, leave a comment, let me know. And again, if you think pre-ordering is stupid and should not be a thing, leave a comment, let me know. I definitely don't pre-order at GameStop anymore like I used to as a kid, but I'm okay with pre-order on the PlayStation Store because I get all my games digital and it's just convenient to have it preloaded. As soon as it comes out, you can start playing it. There's a lot of benefits to it, but I guess some people think it's not okay. We'll see. That's gonna be the end of the video though. I appreciate you watching. I'll catch you another one tomorrow. Peace out.